Welcome everybody, it is Claudia with Patchwork with Claudia. Today we are working on the Christmas tree block. To make this block we will need one rectangle 1 inch by 10 inches color A, two rectangles 2.5 inches by 3/4 color A, two rectangles 2.5 inches by 5 inches color A, two rectangles 2.5 inches by 4.25 inches color A, two rectangles 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches color A, two rectangles 2.5 inches by 3 inches color A, two rectangles 2 inches by 4.75 color A, one rectangle 2.5 inches by 4 inches color B, one rectangle 2.5 inches by 5.5 inches color B, one rectangle 2.5 inches by 7 inches color B, one rectangle 2.5 inches by 8.5 inches color B, one rectangle 2.5 inches by 9.5 inches color B, and finally we will need one square 2 inches color C. Let's see it how it works. We have all pieces that we need for this block. The first thing that we are going to do is we take all rectangles that go with the green fabric, and on one side we draw a 45-degree angle line. So as you will see here, you draw a line. On this line we are going to sew to attach the green fabric. So we are going to take this fabric, put on the top the white fabric this way, and we are going to sew here. Then when we open, we are going to have a piece like that one, and then we need to cut here this little piece left over. So we need to do the same with all other rectangles that goes with the green fabric. You need to draw a 45-degree angle line. Let me tell you here the measurements. So here we have two rectangles that are 2.5 by 3/4 with one green rectangle that is 2.5 by 4 inches. On this row we have two rectangles that are 2.5 by 5 inches, and the middle one is 2.5 by 5.5. Here we have two rectangles that are 2.5 by 4.5, and the middle one is 2.5 by 7. Here we have two rectangles that are 2.5 by 3.5, and the middle one is 2.5 by 8.5. And finally here we have two rectangles that are 2.5 by 3 inches, and the green color is 2.5 by 9.5 inches. So now we are going to start assembling row by row. So we are going to take my first green rectangle with one of my white rectangles that already have the lines, and we line up very well the fabric. I'm going to use pins to hold my fabric. I line very well so I can sew. I'm going to pin it one side, and then when we finish working on this side we are going to work on this side. So I'm going to continue pinning all of this, and we continue. I have these sections ready to start sewing, so we are going to sew on the line that we draw. Let's see what we have so far. So we have here the piece that when we press will be this way. So now I need to, from the line that I saw, I measure 1/4 inch and remove this piece. So will be little triangles left over. Now this piece is ready to get pressed to start working on the other side. So let's remove these little pieces from the other sections. Now it's time to attach the other side. So we do the same process, line the fabrics here very well. After that we sew, cut and press. Let's continue assembling our block. Let's see it. Now we can see it a little better. Now it is time to remove this little piece again in all 5 rows. These rows are ready. Now we need to work on the last one. So we are going to attach the rectangles to the square. So we are going to join them using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now the other side. It is ready. Now we need to press it and then we continue. Let's start assembling our block. So now we are going to join these 2 rows to start making the tree. We are going to join them using a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Now let's take these 2. If you need to help yourself with some pins, you can do it to hold the fabric in place. Organize here my seams. Now let's join these 2. Let's see it. Now let's join the little rectangle with the top of the tree. Let's organize here my fabrics a little better so they line up very well. Now let's join these 2. Let me get this one here so we can see it now. So let's join these 2 parts. Now let's join these 2. let's see what we have. So here is our block. Now we need to press it, and after we press, we measure again that here is 10 inches by 12 inches. If it's a little bigger, we can trim it. Okay, now it is time to trim our block to get the little parts that are outside the line. So we get here, and here to remove the little parts. So let's trim it. Turn around the mat and let's trim it the other side. So let's move here again, and let's remove the little pieces, and now we see our block. Here is the ending block. It is 10 inches by 12 inches. I invite you to practice it, share the videos, give me thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time here in Patchwork with Claudia. Bye.